Welcome everyone to Balance by Megan. I'm Megan. Today we are doing a total body yoga flow. So this is a great flow for beginners, for those who are coming off of an injury or illness, or for anyone who's looking for a more gentle approach to their practice. For yoga videos that you can do in the comfort of your home, make sure you click that subscribe button. Click the bell to be notified when I post a free video every Wednesday. Grab your mat and let's create balance in your life. We'll begin our flow in Sukhasana, or easy pose. So find a cross-legged position, close down the eyes, and take a few deep, buoyant breaths here. Into the belly. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Just take a few more deep breaths here. Getting ready to settle into your practice. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, bat open the eyelashes. And we'll begin. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Really reach that left ear up towards the sky. Take a few breaths here. On your next inhale, come through to center. Drop left ear to left shoulder. Play with the tilt and tuck of your chin here just till you find a stretch that works for you. Inhale, coming through to center. As you exhale, drop your chin to your chest. Feel this nice stretch in the back of your neck. On your next inhale, come through to center. Take one breath here. Beauties. On your next inhale, bring your hands together, palms to palms in front of your heart. As you exhale, interlace the fingers, press them away from you, and arch through the back. Inhale, lift the hands up and overhead. As you exhale, push the air away with your hands. Hands come back down to your side. We'll do it again. Inhale, palms to your heart. Exhale, press away. Inhale, come up and overhead. Exhale, hands come back down beside you. Once more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take a breath. And then begin to walk the left fingertips away from your body. Inhale, the right arm comes up and overhead, finding a nice side body stretch. Inhale, rotate the heart up towards the sky. Exhale here. Keep breathing. Your next inhale, come back through the center. As you exhale, walk the right fingertips away. Left fingers come up and overhead. Find your side body stretch. Actively feel your side body beginning to open here. So good for the internal organs. Inhale, come through to center, and let's make this a flow. As you exhale over to the left. Inhale through to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Take two more. One more. Keep breathing. On your inhale, come through to center. Exhale, side out. From here, we're going to send the right arm up, bend at the elbow, and place your hand flat against your back. I'll turn around so you can see. And then take your left hand behind you, and if you can interlace your fingertips, great. If not, no problem. Just press into your back, but actively tug your top elbow away from the body, from the head and body. Inhale, take a breath here. And as you exhale, release the arms in front of you. Take your right arm underneath your left, and you can give yourself a hug, or we take eagle arms. Binding the arms around each other. Actively pull the elbows up and away from the body. Inhale here. Exhale, release. You can place your palms on your knees. Just take one breath. Notice how your upper body is feeling. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Send the left arm up, bend at the elbow. Right arm comes behind us. And we find cow face arms here. And just notice the difference. One arm, one side might be a lot more open than the other. But just acknowledge it and then move on. It's no problem. Everybody is different. Inhale here. As you exhale, release the arms in front of you. Take left arm underneath your right. We find our eagle arms, or we can take that hug. Either option is perfect. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Take one breath here. Side out on your exhale. And we'll come forward into tabletop pose. So wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Press down into all 10 fingers. Press into the tops of the feet. Inhale. drop the belly, shine the heart forward. Exhale, arch the back. Inhale, come through to your cow pose. As you exhale, chin tucks into chest for cat. Inhale. Exhale. And move in your cat-cow here. Take one more cycle of breathing. On your next inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop position. Walk the hands out slightly. Curl the toes underneath and lift the hips up, downward facing dog. So in down dog, press down into your fingertips. Heels draw towards the earth. They do not have to reach. We lift the hips up nice and high. And neck and spine are in alignment. So we're not dipping out here, we're not up here. When we find a neutral position, you can bend the knees more for some lower back love. You can gently begin to pedal it out, drawing one heel down and then the other. Walk in the dog. Inhale, look towards the top of your mat. Bend the knees. As you exhale, begin to walk crisscross in front of the other and come up to the top of your mat. Feet will be hip bone distance apart and we find a forward fold. Gently bend your knees for this one, or you can find a big bend. And clasp the elbows, rock a little side to side. Inhale, find stillness, and begin to roll yourself up, all the way to a mountain pose. So let's find our foundation in mountain. Feet are hip bone distance apart. We press into the big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the middle of the back heel. Palms face forward. Lift up through the arches of the feet. Your hip bones are going to turn out slightly. Root down through the feet. Lift up through the crown of the head as if you have a string that's pulling you nice and tall. Take a few breaths here. And then on your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up to touch overhead. As you exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale, come through to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through to center. Exhale, bend the knees, find a forward fold. Hands come to the mat. Straighten the legs. Inhale, hands come to the shins or to the thighs. Pull the elbows back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up. Mountain pose. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, tilt to the right. Inhale through to center. Exhale, tilt to the left. Inhale through to center. Exhale, find a forward fold. crown of the head reaches down. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, begin to roll on up to your mountain pose. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms up. Once more, exhale to the right. Inhale through to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through to center. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, begin to roll up. Exhale, take a breath here. We're going to start to switch it up a little bit. So we'll inhale, take your arms up and overhead. As you exhale, hinge at your hips and find your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown reaches forward. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands on either side of the feet. Slide your right toes back. Slide the left toes back. Come into your plank, or we drop the knees, bring the toes up for half plank. Either or is more than fine. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, begin to lower yourself all the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Elbows hug in towards each other, and we lift up into baby cobra. Exhale, release. Curl the toes underneath, press up to your plank, or we come to half plank first on our knees. Come up to our plank, and then come to downward facing dog. You can find movement here if it feels good to you. Or find stillness, yogi's choice. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. As you exhale, walk to the front of your mat. Feet are hip bone distance apart, and we find our fold. Inhale, begin to roll up, coming back to mountain pose. So here we're going to bring the big toes to touch, and you want about a thumbprint between your back heels. Send the arms behind you. Begin to sink the hips back, bend the knees, and we come to chair pose. So in chair, you want to be able to lift the toes as all of the weight is in your heels. Hold here. Inhale, take a breath here. As you exhale, straighten the legs. Come back to standing pose. Bring the feet back to hip distance apart and begin to slide the left toes behind you. Bring your back foot on a 45-degree angle. Front foot faces forward. Bend into the front knee. Lift the arms up and overhead. Come into warrior one. So we're going to be here for a few breaths. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, bring the hands back down. Heel toe your back foot up. And come to stand back at the top of your mat. Bring the big toes to touch. Thumbprint between your or chair pose. So this is a really strengthening pose, so good for the body. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, straighten the legs. Come back to your standing pose. Bring the feet as wide as the hips. And this time we'll send the right foot behind us. Come into a 45-degree angle. So you want to be on 2 railroad tracks and not a tightrope. Give yourself some space. And lift the arms up and come into your warrior one. Breathe deep. As you exhale, bring the hands back down. Heel toe yourself up and come to stand at the top of your mat. Find your mountain pose. And then we'll reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Straight spine. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands down. Slide the right toes back, followed by the left. And we can be in our half plank as well and work our way up to full plank. Otherwise, we're here for one breath. And then we begin to lower all the way back down to the mat. Untuck the toes, elbows suck in towards the sides. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale, release. Crown of the head comes down. Curl the toes underneath. And come back to your tabletop pose or plank. Send it up, hips back, downward facing dog. You know what to do here. This is your practice, so find movement, find stillness, whatever works for you today. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, your knees will touch the mat. Bring them as close as they can together. Sink your hips back and bring the arms around towards your heels. Come into your child's pose. Take a deep breath here, one more. As you exhale, begin to roll up. Come to sit back on your heels. And if this doesn't work for you, you can just find a cross-legged position. We come into our hero pose or another variation that works for you. Take one more breath here. And as you exhale, we'll come forward just to swing the legs to one side and just find a cross-legged position. And then we'll inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, take your left hand to your right knee. Right hand goes behind. Inhale, lengthen, tall spine. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Now hold here for 2 more breaths. Inhale here. Exhale, come back through to center. Take 1 breath cycle. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, final twist and hold for 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale, come back through to center. You can stay in your easy pose, or we come all the way down to our backs. Toes forward and spilling open. Arms come alongside our body, palms up. We find Shavasana. So Shavasana is so important to take at the end of practice. It allows our practice to settle into the body. It allows a few more moments of quietness for the mind. And stay here as long as you're able to. You can pause the video and just hang out here. Or we'll finish our practice by bringing the palms together and draw the thumbs right up to the third eye. We bow down to that divine spark that resides within us. Namaste. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your fellow yogis. Your support truly does make an impact in sharing this practice with others. Comment down below and let me know, are you brand new to the practice or have you been practicing for a little while? And don't forget to click the link in the description to download my August playlist calendar so that you can follow along with daily videos and motivation and stay on track with your practice. I will see you next week. Namaste.